Good morning, Santa Clarita. Delgado here with you on this Tuesday, July 8th. Good morning. How you doing? I actually have a special guest in with me. She's been here a couple of times, but it's always great to see her and talk to her with again. We have Amy Daniels, the executive director of the Wish Education Foundation. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in on once again on this early morning. I know it is early, but let's start the day off right and let's get going here. We're all good. You actually came to talk about the Wish Education Foundation, which we'll get into in a moment, but actually the event that is taking place on August 2nd. Can you talk about that? Over the Edge.
Over the edge, quite literally, over the edge. It is very exciting. It's something that's never before been done in our area, and it's not just for thrill seekers, but it's for anybody who wants to do something a little bit different. It's the opportunity to rappel off of a building. We're going to be doing it right down the street here, off of the roof of the six-story New Hall parking garage.
Okay, yes, the new one right here, right where the new Lumley Theater is at, and the other shops, the New Hall Crossings.
That's right.
So literally over the edge, you're going to be sending people over the edge safely. Safely, but
Yes, yes. This company has worked with nonprofits like Special Olympics for 20 years with a 100% safety rating. So you can feel comfortable coming out, something you've never done before. Check off that bucket list. The only requirements are to be 100 to 300 pounds. We can even take non-motorized wheelchairs. That's pretty awesome. So even if you have mobility challenges, come on out. We'll give you a chance to go over the edge.
That's great. The inclusion is there for
So
everybody
great.
to enjoy. And again, this is not your weekend warrior. You don't have to have your own equipment. You
Right.
just have to show up, fall into those guidelines, which aren't many, just in between that weight range,
Right.
and you're good to go.
You are good to go. The only thing you have to do is raise a little money for our local students. So we are the Wish Education Foundation. We bridge the gap in state funding for education. Here in the Heart District, that's over 21,000 students in grades 7 through 12 public schools. So you raise the money. It's kind of like a marathon. Raise the money, $750 for our local students through Wish, and then you get the opportunity to rappel.
Yes, and can you talk a little bit more about the Wish Education Foundation? Now, this is raising funds for the students, but it's not particularly for backpacks and things like that. Even though yes, those are still needed, but that is not the focus of the Wish Education Foundation.
Right. Our funding focus is STEAM with an emphasis on student wellness. So STEAM is science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math with an emphasis on student wellness. So WISH has established and funded all the wellness centers, the student wellness centers on every single campus district-wide. We fund their annual maintenance, we fund their resource programs, plus a million other different things that fall under the purview right there of STEAM, which is really, really wonderful. Student wellness has become so important, so big that umbrella, the wellness umbrella, has now begun to encompass really anything that is non-academic. So the arts are included in that. I mean, how do you take, with anxiety on our student campuses and kids reaching out in ever greater numbers to do different things, how do you take a kid that really wants to be in band and there's no instrument for them? Or graphic arts, and there's no graphic arts tablet. You can't learn without the tools for success in the classroom. And our board feels very strongly that every student, no matter their passions or challenges, deserves the tools for success needed in the classroom.
Yes, and having the opportunities to do so. They might not know that's their passion, but if they have an instrument sitting there or available to them within arm's reach and can actually pick it up and try it, who knows if that sparks a passion in their life and
Right.
changes their life for the better.
Everybody thinks that public education is free to a certain extent,
Right.
our tax dollars, but it only covers so much. And there's a huge gap in what the kids need and what's paid for by our tax dollars. So we want to make sure that, someday when you go to sell your house, a big reason that people are buying here is for our schools. So we want to maintain those schools at the level to which we've all become accustomed.
Yes, and there's great schools here, but you just hit it on the head. They're maintaining that wellness order and that high achievement of having great schools here and
Right.
keeping it that way, not falling off the bridge in one way or the other. But with that, you do have programs that you have. It is summertime and the kids are out, but you do have programs throughout the school year, not just during the school session.
Yes, we do. So we have, plenty of fundraising opportunities. The next fundraiser is going to be Wine on the Roof. That's coming up in November. We've had that for many years, so we're looking forward to that. You can always check out our fundraisers and wonderful events on wisheducationfoundation.org. The next program that we have is called Ascend, and that stands for Achieve, Succeed, Confidence, Empower, Nurture, and Drive. And it's focused on the young girls to inspire confidence in these young girls. So we bring out a series of speakers, younger women speakers, a diverse group from a wide range of industries to talk to our girls and boys, by the way. Boys come to this and they're our biggest fans. They're the ones who say, holy cow, you got to have like every boy come out here and listen to these women. And they talk about their challenges, what they had to face in getting to where they are in their industry. And it's fantastic. And then everybody gets a chance to meet and greet with these people, and they make connections, and that lasts far beyond just that one day. That's going to be on October 18th. So we're really looking forward to that.
And those are always great events, lectures for people that, because sometimes your teachers and maybe mentors can tell you a lot, but for somebody coming out from the outside saying, yes, you can do it. I was in the same position you were, and then that one child, they say, if you hit one person and inspire them, then that's worth it. And it is a lot because you get to see somebody from outside of your normal day-to-day classroom come in and tell you that it can be done,
Right.
which are always great to do.
Yeah.
But we're here to talk about, we're talking with Amy Daniels, the executive director from the Wish Education Foundation, about the upcoming fundraiser that we have going on again, August 2nd here at the Newhall Crossing, which is Over the Edge. And how do they go? Do they have to register?
Yes.
Again, and for more information, how do they go about it?
So you are running out of time, so let's hurry up because you have to meet that rappel goal by July 26th. So get on wisheducationfoundation.org and go to events, and then you just click on Wish Over the Edge. And you'll be able to check it all. You could just, click on the button right there and start your fundraiser. And you can send out, the link to your family and friends and say, hey, I'm doing some good here by raising some funds, some badly needed funds for our local students in my community. And when I reach my rappel goal, I get to go over the edge and do something I've always wanted to try. So
And it sounds like a fun event, even to just watch. Can we just show up and just watch? And
yes, you can, because you rappel over the edge into a family-friendly festival at the bottom. So you can even buy a ticket for $35 to go in the VIP tent, which is going to be over at McGinn's.
Oh, fantastic! Which is right there across the courtyard, so
That's
you can
right.
just pop in over there and just see everybody having fun, because I'm sure this is going to be an awesome event. Again, it's one of those bucket list items where you're not 100 stories feet, or 100 stories tall, replying from there. It is still pretty high. It's still 6 stories.
It's high enough
but,
to have a
it's high
great
enough.
time.
Yes.
It's high enough
there
to
you
have a
are.
great time.
And for more information, again, the website one more time.
wisheducationfoundation.org.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for coming on in. I'm sure we're going to talk to you pretty soon.
Thank you.
Well, good morning, Santa Clarita. If you caught the end of that interview and want to watch it in its entirety, head on over to facebook.com or youtube.com and search KHTS Radio.